welcome to Vibrant Life 101, my first YouTube video. This is the introduction. So if you have struggled with insomnia, fatigue, light sensitivity, headaches, migraines, achiness, eczema, allergies, any of these things and more, then you're in the right place. If you wake up every morning feeling great and don't have any of these problems, then you probably don't need to be here, but you are welcome to stay anyway. Maybe there's something you'll learn that you can help a friend with. So let me just introduce myself for anyone who's watching this that doesn't know me. My name is Cynthia, and I have struggled with health problems most of my life. By the age of 20, I had all of those symptoms and more. I went to doctors and they told me that I was totally fine. I just had chronic fatigue syndrome, which was basically because I told them that I was tired all the time, and that's all that means. Their solution was to give me a sleeping pill, which didn't help. So I went on a journey to find out why I had chronic fatigue syndrome, and that led me to hormone imbalances. And trying to find out why I had hormone imbalances led me to the next thing and the next thing. And so over the past 25 years, I have researched a variety of things. I've tried a variety of things, some of them helpful, some of them not. And that has brought me to where I am now. All of those symptoms are gone. Maybe one or two things are still there very slightly, but for the most part, they're pretty much gone. I now have more energy than I've ever had. I wake up ready to go in the morning for the most part. If I am a little bit tired, it's still so much better than it ever was before when I was struggling with all those other issues. A little bit of tiredness now, I can still function for days with the fatigue gone. So that being said, I need to mention that I am not a doctor or nurse. I'm not medically trained. I'm not trying to treat or diagnose anything. I am simply trying to share the information that I have gleaned over the years, the things that have helped me, and the things that have stuck with me that I feel like would be helpful to others. So my goal is to help you on your journey, to kind of spur you on and give you some tools to start with. So what exactly am I doing on YouTube? My goal, as I just said, is to share what I've learned. I try to use a couple of quotes from Hippocrates, the father of modern medicine. The first being, as to diseases, make a habit of two things, to help or at least to do no harm. So over the years, all those things that I tried, I pretty much always used that as my litmus test. Is it going to help me? Is it going to hurt me? It may or may not help, but if it doesn't hurt me, it's worth a try. And those things that they may sound crazy, but if they're not harmful, they may help, and some of them ended up helping. So the next quote is, let food be thy medicine and medicine be thy food. So I have found over the years that food really is a medicine. Most of the modern medicines have come from herbs at one time or another. They took the herbs, they condensed down, figured out which component of the herbs was working to heal a certain thing or work with a certain thing, and then they learned how to create that one component of the herb in the lab. So rather than getting these synthetic things, I figured, well, let's go to the natural source and use herbs as God intended them. So a lot of the things that I'm sharing will be natural foods, herbs, techniques, things that, food does not have a side effect. It's not going to hurt you, but it may help. So why am I doing these videos? Well, I have a lot of friends and family that struggle with health issues, and rather than trying to go person to person and explain all these things to each person, I thought, you know what, I'll put it on a YouTube channel, and the people that want to know can come watch the YouTube video and get the information and use it however is best for them. So also, having been someone who's sick, I understand what it's like to not have the energy to relearn how to cook, which I've had to do many times. They don't have the energy to figure out what needs to be done, and they don't have the resources, they don't know where to go. So I'm trying to condense all these things, weed out the things that didn't help me, condense it all into a simple step-by-step procedure. So each video will be one step, and then it's going to start with the easiest things for those people that really are tired and don't have the energy to do a lot. And we're going to start with some easy foundational things that will begin to give you more energy, so that as we get over to the harder stuff, hopefully you'll have the energy to learn how to do some of those things and not quit. So also, one thing to note, our bodies were designed to repair themselves. God has put it in them, in the genetics, in every cell, to be able to repair and rebuild. So all we have to do is stop doing things that harm our bodies and give it a chance to heal, and then give it the tools it needs to do that. So how are the videos going to work? First of all, they only work if you make some changes and apply these things. And you're the only one that can do that. You're the only one that knows which things will help you and which things are worth trying for your situation. Do your own research and really decide what's going to work for me. But one thing to note is these things only work if you apply them. If you keep doing what you've always done, then you will keep getting the same results you've always gotten. And you did not get to where you're at overnight, so it's going to take some time to undo those years of abuse and neglect. So don't be discouraged, though. Even though it won't be easy, it is doable. It would be really great if you could find someone to help encourage you along the way, someone who understands what you're trying to do, that's going to be an advocate for you and encourage you and just bolster you up when it does get hard. Because, well, the benefit of a YouTube channel for me is I will not necessarily be that person, because I don't know the difference if you're applying anything that I put on here. So, I'm not going to be offended if you decide, you know what, that sounds stupid, I'm not going to do it. And it's totally up to you what you choose to do and what you ignore. Go at your own speed. So the videos will be up. I'm hoping to do one a week. We'll see how time consuming this is. This is my first try, so my goal is to have one topic per week. So you can watch that topic, establish that habit over the week, and then when the next one comes up, you can watch that one and then establish that habit. But if you find it's taking you a little longer to establish that habit, just wait and hold off on the next video until you get that one really down. You can do them, once a month, once a year, however you want to do them. If you're one of those people that really likes to jump in and do everything all at once, or you're just feeling so rotten you just want to completely overhaul everything, once the videos are all up, you can do that. You can watch them all, do some binge watching, get yourself some popcorn, whatever you want to do, and then apply them all at once. But be aware that will be challenging, and don't want you to get overwhelmed and quit. So a rough outline of how the videos are set up. Each video is going to start with an explanation. I'm going to tell you about the thing that we're working on for that week, why it's necessary, how it works within your body, what it's going to do for you. And then after the brief overview, which if you're not interested in the science-y stuff, you can just skip right over that and go on to the how-to, which is going to explain, how are we going to apply this thing. Okay, so each video will have one thing to remove from your life, whether it's a food or a habit, and one thing that you're going to add in, which would be a new food or habit or nutrient, whatever it might be. And with that thing to add, that assignment for the week, will be sometimes a new technique. So that might be a separate video where I teach you how to ferment foods or make kombucha or something like that. And it's up to you whether you choose to do that or not. After that will be some reference material in case you want to do your own research and learn some more. I'll give you books and things that have helped me. And the fun thing I'm going to put in every video is a clue as to what the next video is going to be about. So I'm not going to tell you what the clue is. Let's see if you can guess. So I'm still working out the order of the videos because I want it to be a very sequential building, you know, one step on the next. I want to make sure I get it in a really good order, but some of the topics we're going to cover, and I'm going to have to read all these because there's quite a bit, will be hydration, probiotics, exercise, rest, fats, micronutrients, macronutrients, detoxification, proper digestion, and a balanced diet. If there's other topics, we might go on to talk about some specific things like adrenal fatigue or migraines, whatever. If there's something specific that you want to talk about, put it in the comments and I'll do my best. Not being a doctor, I don't know everything, but I will, if I have information on that subject, I will share it. So your assignment for this video is I want you to keep a food journal for a few days, maybe 3 days. On one side of the page, list all the foods you're eating. If you can get in the times of day, that's even better, whether food, meals, snacks, everything you put in your mouth, drinks, everything. And then on the other side, I want you to list the symptoms that you're noticing throughout the day, how you're feeling, and it might not even be symptoms. You might say, I feel great, and I feel really energetic. And if you can put the times of day on those also, that would be great. So you'll begin to start to see a correlation between what you're eating and how you're feeling. So feeling irritable, feeling great, feeling tired, sore, achy, gas, bloating, whatever. And then at the end of that, I want you to come up with a master list of all the symptoms that you're feeling so that you have kind of a jumping off point, and when you get down the road, you'll be able to look and say, hey, I don't have that symptom anymore, and that's going to help encourage you to keep going. So our technique for this video, I'm going to teach you how to check for adrenal fatigue. A lot of people in this country have adrenal fatigue, don't even realize it, don't know what it is. So I'm going to see how many of you have adrenal fatigue. You can comment below if you want to, just out of curiosity, and see how rampant it is. What you're going to do is get yourself a flashlight, not an LED flashlight, so a plain regular flashlight, and a mirror in a dark room, like a closed off bathroom without windows would be ideal. Turn off all the lights, get it good and dark, and let your eyes adjust, and then you're going to shine the flashlight to the side of your eye. You don't want to shine it directly into your eye. So shine it to the side, and you're going to watch the pupil, the black part of your eye. It should constrict. Now, it's going to constrict at first, and then it should stay constricted if you are healthy. If you have adrenal fatigue, it's actually going to open back up because you do not have the strength to retain that. So this is what causes the light sensitivity in people with adrenal fatigue. So watch your iris, see if it constricts and stays constricted, and you can count the seconds, and if it opens back up, how many seconds can kind of tell you how fatigued your adrenals are. So with adrenal fatigue, it will constrict and then open back up. It might close again and open again and go back and forth. It might open and then vibrate a little bit. So check that, see how it's going, and we'll maybe talk a little bit more about that in the videos to come. So last but absolutely not least is my saying here. There's a reason I'm sitting here. With God, all things are possible, and I want to let you know that all the information that I have gotten over the years has been from Him. So these videos that you are watching, it's all His doing. Every time I struggled with something, prayed about it. He provided the information at the right time for me. So, and that's not just me, that's working with my kids. They've had some health struggles, and at just the right time, it would be a person or a book or a video or something that gave me just the right information to help with whatever was going on. So definitely seek his guidance as we're doing this. Ask him for the information that you need and for how you should apply it, and he will be there to help you. Thank you for watching my video. Thank you for staying to the end. If you know of anyone that could benefit from this series, go ahead and share the videos with them, and do all that YouTube-y stuff, like, subscribe, all of that. I would love for this information to get to all the people that need it. So thank you, and I will see you in the next video.